Thank you, Chairman Graves and Ranking Member Larson. It is a tremendous honor to be here for our first FAA oversight hearing this year, in which we actually get to hear from the FAA itself. It is also a pleasure to welcome our witness, also a Hoosier, Administrator Bedford, for his first visit to the subcommittee. Also would like to recommend, in the spirit of the chairman, the families of those who have perished in the DCA mid-air collision who are joining us today. We recognize how difficult it is for you to be here in the face of such an unimaginable loss, and we want to express our heartfelt appreciation for you and the strength and conviction of your advocacy to help make sure other families don't experience such a devastating loss. For the subcommittee, safety, of course, is our top priority. This is why we worked so hard to pass the bipartisan 2024 FAA reauthorization. We collaborated across party lines to strengthen and expand the aviation workforce, to make our national airspace safer, and to modernize our navigation and air traffic control systems to maximize safety and efficiency. Even prior to this administration, the FAA had a mandate from Congress to implement our 2024 FAA reauthorization law by investing resources and concentrated work into aviation safety, airport infrastructure, the aviation workforce, sustainability, and consumer protections. We passed the laws, directed the FAA and the Department of Justice to implement these laws, all of them, not just the ones people like. As for recent events in recognition of aviation safety importance, I was proud to work with my colleagues on this committee to introduce the bipartisan Aviation Funding Solvency Act in response to the longest government shutdown in history. If passed, it would pay FAA staff and keep operations running safely during the government shutdowns. Mr. Administrator, I hope you will support our efforts to pass this bill as soon as possible. This is vitally important because the current continuing resolution expires next month, and we and our aviation workforce should not have to endure further stressors on the national airspace systems, NAS, that decrease and increase flight interruptions. Today is the first hearing with an FAA witness that we've held this year. Mr. Administrator, you've written a few oversight letters, but we haven't received much of the information that we've requested, sir. So, we have a long list of issues we'd like to get updates on. The FAA's ongoing response to numerous crashes this year, including the tragic mid-air collision at DCA and the UPS crash in Louisville. The rationale used to restrict and reduce flights at the 40th largest airports in the country during the recent shutdown, including our very own, the Indianapolis International Airport, which was rated the best in North America for 12 years straight. The alarming loss of technical expertise at FAA due to various administrative actions, including the mass firings and forced buyouts that have hollowed out the agency's ranks. The need for more transparency about the FAA's contracts with clear conflicts of interest, workplace safety issues for flight crews, and finally, the implementation of secondary cockpit barriers mandate to protect the flight deck. There are other issues and provisions, but I hope that after today's first visit to our committee, you won't be a stranger, sir. Thank you, Chairman. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. I now recognize our leader, the chairman of the full committee.